Hi guys, how are you? Did you have a good week? How's the chores been going? Have you tried doing your chores? Okay, so I have not received any pictures of your chore charts. So make sure you send those to me. Have your parents send those to me, and I'll be sending prizes to the ones that try to help your parents for 2 weeks. And we'll give those prizes to you. So I'm proud of you, and I hope you continue to do chores and to try and to work hard and serve others. Okay, so this week, and your memory verse. Let's go over your memory verse last week. Last week's memory verse, remember, it was about Samson, the strong man. And it says, Samson used his great strength to beat the Philistines. Judges 16:3. Okay. All right. And so our Sing with Joy, of course, our Bible song. Serve him, serve him. He's got the whole world in his hands. What can I do? And a helper I will be. Okay. All right. So our new story, let's get back comfortable in our chair. And our new story is about a woman named Ruth. A woman named Ruth. So let's listen with our ears and listen about Ruth. A man named Elma, his wife named Naomi, and their 2 sons moved to a place called Moab. His sons grew up there and they were married, but many years later, Naomi's husband died. Her 2 sons also died. Naomi decided to leave Moab and go back to her home in Bethlehem. Ruth and Orpah had been married to Naomi's sons. She said to them, "Goodbye. I'm going back to my people and my homeland. Go back to your families. You have been very good to me. God will also be good to you." But Ruth hugged Naomi and said, "I want to go with you. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. I want to stay with you for the rest of my life." Naomi saw that Ruth was determined to stay with her, so they walked all the way to Naomi's homeland together. After they arrived, Ruth said, "I will go work in the fields. I will get food for us to eat." The next morning, Ruth went into the fields and worked hard all day. She picked grains of barley from the ground and put them into her basket. A man named Boaz owned the field. Boaz loved the Lord. He was good and kind to everyone. Boaz noticed Ruth and talked with her. He told her to come back to his field every day. Boaz promised that Ruth would be safe. He made sure that she got plenty of grain. That night, when Ruth returned home, Naomi was surprised to see how much grain Ruth had picked. Ruth told her that she had been in the fields of Boaz. Naomi knew that Boaz was a good man. Every morning during the harvest season, Ruth picked grain in Boaz's field. She worked very hard every day. Sometimes Ruth and Boaz talked with each other. Every night, Ruth went home and shared her food with Naomi. Naomi knew that Boaz would be a good husband for Ruth. He was good and kind. Naomi knew that Ruth would be a good wife for Boaz. She was faithful and kind. One evening, Boaz told Ruth that he wanted to marry her. The next day, Boaz talked with his family and planned the wedding. After Boaz and Ruth were married, God blessed them with a baby. Everyone was so happy. Naomi helped take care of the baby. She was glad that Boaz and Ruth were part of her family. Okay, so let's review the story. So Naomi's family moved to Moab. Soon her husband and sons died, and Naomi was very sad. I must go back to my homeland, Naomi cried. I'll go with you, Naomi, said Ruth, her daughter-in-law. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. So Ruth went back with Naomi. Ruth worked hard in the fields every day. Naomi's relative named Boaz helped Ruth find food and stay safe. Soon Boaz and Ruth were married, and God blessed them with a baby boy. Naomi helped care for her precious grandson. Okay, very good. So let's go over our questions. So who wanted to go back with Naomi to her homeland? What was her name? What was her name? And what did Ruth do in the fields? What did Ruth do in the fields? Who did Ruth meet while she was picking grain in the fields? What was his name? Do you remember his name? And how did God bless Boaz and Ruth? How did God bless Boaz and Ruth? Have you ever rocked a baby before? I know some of you have a little baby sister. Do you want to pretend to rock a baby? Let's pretend to rock a baby. Okay. All right. So let's do our sheet, the reward sheet, our stickers. We've got Naomi, and this is Naomi, and then you got Ruth, then you've got your stickers, and you've got a little, looks like a little puppy, and then you got your grain, and then you got, looks like Boaz. And so you just put your stickers where you think they should go. All right, and you can pause the video and get your stickers on there. Okay. And your memory verse comes from, in the Bible, Ruth 4:13. And it's Boaz married Ruth and they had a baby. Ruth 4:13. Boaz married Ruth and they had a baby. Okay. And you also have a coloring sheet. Ruth and Boaz. You need to pause the video so you can color that. All right. So we're going to do our next sheet, working hard together. Our next story, working hard together. This is our disciple time story. So let's sit back and listen with our ears. And you ready? Let's go. Okay, Si, your dad is looking for you, said Mrs. Young. He's out in the backyard. Okay, Mom, Si answered, heading for the back door. I wonder what's going on, he thought. Hey there, buddy, shouted his dad from the center of the yard. Where are you? He was standing, holding 2 rakes. Si groaned. He hadn't noticed that most of the leaves had blown off the trees this week. They were scattered over the backyard like a blanket. We are having a big barbecue here tomorrow, his dad said. It would be really helpful to rake up all these leaves. That's a whole lot of leaves, Dad, Si said, looking all around. Mr. Young nodded. I know. That's why I need your help. But thought Si to himself, it was Saturday. All the other kids in the neighborhood would be at the park. He imagined them swinging on the swings or taking turns down the big slide, or playing soccer together. Besides, raking leaves was hard work, Cy groaned. Mr. Young laughed at Cy's groan. I guess there's probably something else you'd rather do today than help me rake all these leaves, isn't there? Cy thought about it. He would certainly rather be playing at the park with his friends, but his family needed his help. Well, playing at the park with the other kids would be a lot of fun, Dad, he finally answered. But I think that we could have a good time raking leaves together too. Great, said Mr. Young. Here's a rake for you. Let's get started. Cy began to rake. The sun grew hotter and soon he was sweating. It sure is hot, said his dad. Yeah, and this sure is hard work, agreed Cy. But even though the work was hard, Cy didn't really mind. In fact, it was kind of fun. Cy's dad went inside and brought out cups of lemonade for them. They stood in the shade together and drank, and then they began to work again. They worked all morning and had sandwiches for lunch, and then they worked part of the afternoon too. Cy and his dad raked the leaves into big piles. Then Cy held the plastic bags open when his dad put in the leaves in. Soon the yard was clear of all the leaves. Cy looked at the grass. He looked at the 12 bags of leaves standing in a row on the lawn. He was proud of the hard work he and his dad had done. Look at what we did, Dad, he said. Mr. Young nodded. Yes, it sure was hard work, but it was much easier with your help. Thanks for helping me, Cy. I know it probably wasn't as much fun as spending the day playing with your friends, but I really appreciate it. Cy laughed. He was dirty and sweaty. His hands had blisters on them, and they ached. He had worked very, very hard, but it had been a good day, working hard to help his family. You're welcome, Dad, he answered. I had a great time. So what's next? Is it time to go to the park and play? No way, Cy said, shaking his head. He was too tired to go to the park. I think it's time to go inside and read my Sunday school lesson for tomorrow. Is that okay, Dad? Mr. Young wiped the sweat from his forehead with the back of his hand. Sure, son, that sounds like a great idea. That evening, Cy and his dad sat down to watch a movie together, and just a few minutes later, they were both asleep. Okay, what a great story. Okay, and so what did Mr. Young need Cy's help doing on that Saturday? What did he need help doing? And where did Cy want to go instead of helping his dad? Where did Cy want to go instead? And how many bags of leaves did Cy and his dad rake up? Do you remember? How many bags of leaves did they have to rake up? And how did it make Cy feel to help his family by working hard? Okay, so what a great story of working hard. All right, and so our working hard together sheet, it says Cy discovers that it's fun to work hard and help others. Don't you feel good when you help somebody that needs your help? On Saturday, Mr. Young asked Cy to help him rake leaves in the backyard. When do the leaves fall off the trees? So when do you think the leaves fall off the trees? Cy would have rather played at the park with his friends, but he helped his dad. When have you helped a member of your family? Did you help your family this week? Cy and his dad worked hard all morning and part of the afternoon. What do you like to do in the morning? Cy was glad he had worked hard to help his family. How could you work hard to help your family? How can you work hard to help your family? Okay. So let's turn it over, and we've got another sheet that is called Helping the Family. place smiley face stickers near a job you have done or would like to do. And so you have some stickers, some smiley face stickers. It says place smiley face stickers near a job you have done or would like to do. So collect the offering at church, or do the dishes at home, or it's like they're carrying a bucket of water, maybe watering the flowers, or put your clothes away. Do you put your clothes away at home, or do you have Mama do it? Maybe you could help Mama do it. So you just put the stickers where you want to help. Okay. All right, so that was our last lesson. Also, we've got a little project. You've got your coloring. I think I told you that already. You got your coloring. But there is one thing that you've got on your sheet. The bottom of this sheet, you've got different members of your family. You're gonna cut this out. You put it on your construction paper, and it says, give each child a piece of construction paper and glue to place these people on a piece of paper. Write each child's name on his or her paper and talk with the child about jobs each person in the family does. Encourage them to think of ways they could help their families. So parents, that's what I want you to do is, get them to talk about how they can help you during the week, and what each person does, what does mom and dad do, and how they can help you. Okay? All right. So that is our last lesson in this book, God Helps Us. That's our last lesson. And so they'll be moving on to their new classrooms, which you saw the from Promotion Sunday. I won't have the pre-K anymore. I'll be moving on to the K through 2nd grade. And so this is what the K through 2nd grade's book's going to look like. It's Family Life with God. And so if they are in K through 2nd grade, they will have me. So I hope they will enjoy our class. So you guys keep practicing doing your chores, and make sure you're praying. Make sure you keep talking to God, and you guys have a great week. Talk to you soon.